Hi guys, so today we're going to be looking at sample space diagrams. A sample space is the set of all possible outcomes of an experiment. Okay, so looking at a question, we've got a blue die and a red die are rolled at the same time. The scores on the two dice are then added together, draw the sample space diagram. So the first step here is to draw yourself a table, like this. And then on the top, we need to have all the possible outcomes that the red die will have. So on a die we have numbers 1 to 6. So on the top we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And this is for the red die. Just put red. And then on the left hand side it's exactly the same. So the blue die will have outcomes 1 to 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And then in the question it says the scores on the two dice are then added together. So what you have to do is you need to add the two components. So we've got 1 add 1 is 2, 2 add 1 is 3, 3 add 1 is 4, and so on. 5, 6, 7. And then here we've got 2 add 1 is 3, 2 add 2 is 4, 3 add 2 is 5, and so on. So you should get a table that looks like this. 9, and we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that is your sample space diagram. And then I forgot to put blue here. So that's your blue outcomes, your red outcomes, and then that is all possible outcomes that can take place when you add the two scores on the red die and the blue die. Okay, so part B is find the probability that the score will be 5. So the score is 5. So we calculate this by looking at the sample space diagram, and we look at how many times 5 appears in the outcomes. So you can see the pattern here, it's down the diagonal. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got four outcomes of 5 out of the 36 possible outcomes. So in this table, because it's a 6 by 6, we've got 36 possible outcomes, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them being 5. So we've got 4 out of 36, which is equal to 1 over 9. So the probability that you gain a score of 5 is a ninth. Okay, so part C is, what is the probability of getting a score greater than 7? So the probability the score is greater than 7. So what we do here is we look at the sample space diagram. We've got 7 down the diagonal here, so it's everything below 7 like that. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we've got 15 out of 36 possible outcomes of gaining a score greater than 7. So we've got 15 out of 36. So 15 out of 36 is the probability of gaining a score greater than 7. And then part D is the probability of gaining an even score. So again, we look at the sample space diagram, we look at all the even scores and add them up. So once you add them up, you get 18 out of 36, which is a half. So the probability of getting an even score is a half. Thank you for watching.